Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back here to another episode on the Hardcore series. Now today's episode is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to have to voice over some gameplay that I've had for the last week. Some of you guys may have saw that I had COVID, so I couldn't really record anything because I was coughing and my voice was really bad for the last week. So I'm finally back, but I was still playing and I was still grinding out a little bit here on our Hardcore world. So today's episode, we need to go ahead and jump into the Nether and start tackling this Nether fortress. So in we go here. I dug myself a little pathway trying to find the best access to the Nether fortress as I could. Once I found a nice little spot here, I decided to clear out the enemies. Unfortunately, no wither skulls. And then I brought along some ender pearls just so I can TP down to the area without taking any fall damage, because that would have hurt a lot, and I thought it would be the best way to do it. So I just went ahead and ender pearl down straight on top of the fortress there, unlock the achievement, and then I just went ahead and built myself a dirt bridge, so next time I can just come and walk down here. There was a skelly, of course. I'm glad he didn't actually hit me there, because that probably would have hurt a bit. So I went ahead and shot him away and killed him with one shot. From there, it's time to enter the fortress itself, and I decided to make it witherproof as well, you know, just blocking off those doorways, making sure the blocks there are only like a 2 high max, killing a couple mobs here and there as I could. And luckily enough, there was a blaze spawner like pretty much right near where I entered, so I went ahead and just started boxing in that there, killing the blazes as I could, you know, getting the couple of rods early enough, and just finishing off this little box here so they keep spawning inside and be nice and controlled for me next time I need to come down here. I was sick of trying to whack them, so I just got the bow out and just started killing them all here, and there was a fair few already in here by the time that I got to this point of not caring anymore. So we went ahead and jumped in there, grabbed up all the rods that we could claim, and I decided to go and explore the fortress just a little bit more. We found a couple of nether warts, which is really cool, bit of sand there to grow them, and then pretty much from there I decided to leave as I already got the stuff I needed, didn't want to push my luck anymore. So back here to the overworld now. Oh, it is nice to be here. Starting to start brewing up these potions here. So we chucked in the plain water, the fermented spider eye, just to get that potion of weakness going, and then of course I forgot my blaze rod, so I need to go down and get that fuel. Now coming to this little villager area, I decided to make out a little cave here so I could start kind of getting this area all situated. So from here, the villagers will obviously come up this way here, and they will just cruise up here into this little room where they're going to get infected, cured, and all of that good stuff. So pretty much I'm going to build a little chamber here to hold the zombie, get him all ready to go, and kind of like an area where they can push the villagers up and around and kind of lock them in certain places. That makes it easier for me to be able to control like what they're doing and what professions and all that good stuff. Decided to pretty up this room a little bit as well. Once that was all looking pretty good, I made an area here so that I'd be able to grab a zombie easily once I got him back here, and just made him a little bit of an entrance. It was then time to go hunting for a zombie, and I found one, gave him a bit of cobblestone, and unfortunately when they go in the water they do not like to come up at all. So I killed the extra one, trying to get him lured up to jump into the boat, but he turned into a drown, so I left him and found another zombie. I jumped in the boat with him, took him back to the house. I was just watching my hearts here like the whole time. Like I was not getting low at all. Pretty much got him all the way there before I decided I wanted to jump out and eat some food just to be safe. And there we go. So I was going to chill here, get some hearts back, and then we can go ahead and cruise the rest of the way up here with the zombie following us. He should jump out of the boat right now. There we go. And cruise all the way up here with us. Once inside, I just went ahead and blocked him off there, pulled up those trapdoors and filled in those areas, and it was time to get a villager here and start the testing. So the villager comes up here, we can lock him just there and select his profession. I wanted something with a bit of it like an interest, like have like some carrots and potatoes if potentially on those first lots trades, but I don't know, I just cruised around and tried to get what I could. Eventually I just gave up and locked him in with whatever. And then it was time to send him into this next little area. Now I had so much problems with this. All I realized I had to do was just go ahead and leave the area and then come back and he'd be infected. I don't know why the zombie wouldn't attack him with me there, but he didn't. Anyways, we had all these 3 villages up here ready to go, and I also made another error just here. You gotta leave a space between each of the villages, like the zombies, because if one turns, the other one will just infect it again straight away. So make sure you leave a block space in between, which we address later on. So I had to unfortunately kill this villager in the middle here because he was already infected. Didn't want to, get the other 2 villagers cured and then get them infected and waste all the potions again. And then it's time to fix up the rails here and send them up top as well. We just went and used a furnace in a minecart just to push them up and around, save using some powered rails because I don't have that much gold. But yeah, I got them both in their homes for now. I can go ahead and remove some of these rails as well. And we can check out these guys just here. Now I just got to go ahead and just run away for a minute, come back, and they had their professions all at discounted prices as well, which is awesome. But we mainly want to see them with pumpkin and melons. Unfortunately, we don't have any melons, so it's time to go exploring. While I was out, I found this really cool ice spikes biome. I thought it was pretty cool, so I'll show you guys. And then we also went ahead and found a birch forest. I haven't had any birch wood in the builds yet, I don't think, so I went ahead and harvested up a ton. It was a cool little island here too, so we just went ahead and got ourselves some birch wood. Now back at the base here, I started working on the entranceway up to the top here. It's kind of like a little staircase, nothing too crazy, similar to what we did to get on top of our enchantment tower. Just cruised with some stone brick stairs with some deep slate and wooden slabs on the sides to decorate. Now, a few days have passed. I went ahead and got up all the rest of our villages that we needed. Apart from 2, they're all at discounted prices. As you guys can see there, we're all at 1 for the pumpkin, which is awesome. I went ahead and grabbed our last 2 zombie villages, infect them, cured them, ready to go. And it should be pretty good now. I now time to start working on this here. I decided it's going to be a pretty much permanent feature of the area, so I decided to go ahead and make a nice little entranceway for it. Nothing too crazy, just a nice little deep slate and copper frame there, and just to incorporate some more of that copper just because it looks really cool. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire build just there. Nothing too crazy, as I said, but adds a little bit of more interest than just a hole in the wall. Alright, yeah, so this is back to live me, if that makes sense, not voiceover me. So we did manage to find some sugarcane as well while we were out on our adventure in the boat. I'm not sure if I got to show you guys that or not, but I found 1 piece, which is awesome. So we're going to be growing that so we can start getting some scaffolding going. But I thought I'd go ahead and just show you guys in, I guess, a better view of everything that I've built so far. I've just been editing that kind of videos and stuff, and it does really give you a clear picture of exactly what I've done inside here. So let's go inside here and I'll show you guys what we've done here. So this here, the villagers obviously come up here, they will get stopped just here. We can put down their profession block just here. So if we want to change them from farmers to librarians or whatever, we just put down their block just there. Once we're happy with their trades, we can go ahead and click that button. It will send them into this section here. I have to walk outside, stand up there for a little bit, come back in, the villagers will be infected. I press this button here, it will send them along this way, where they'll come along to one of these three locations. Unfortunately, I can't put a powered rail right there because it stops. Obviously it doesn't turn the corner, so that's kind of unfortunate. But for this system here, it's going to stop 3 rails. So I break this one here, it gets sent and it stops there. I then turn off this one here, another one stops there, I turn off this one, stops there. So I have 1, 2, 3, all with spaces in between, and I can infect 3 villages at a time here, and then to get them moving, all I do is just turn these rails on, and away they go around this way, where I can add a minecart with a furnace in it, and push them wherever they need to go. Now this saves me, using a lot of gold for powered rails, as I mentioned earlier. But yeah, if we just cruise up this way here, you guys can see the side here is all done. I think I'm going to add a little bit more to interest to this wall just over here. It looks a little bit funny at the moment. But cruising in here, unfortunately, still have not found any melons, which kind of really sucks because we have so many pumpkins right now. But cruising up here, everyone here has at least a pumpkin or a melon, if not both. So we will need to go ahead and get some melons when we can. This guy here has pumpkins and melons, and also golden carrots, which you can buy. So I've bought up a ton of those, so we don't need to worry as well. So I think 3 of them have access to pumpkins and melons, and the other ones just have access to just melons themselves. So once we get those sorted, it will be nice, but otherwise we can just go ahead and use all these guys here and just get all the XP and emeralds that we will ever probably need. So there we go. Nice. Well, let's go get some suspicious stew. I was buying these like just upgrades to unlock those as well, and as you guys can see here, we have a couple of stacks of emeralds already and no end of pumpkins in sight, because there is seriously so many pumpkins over here ready to go. So I'm gonna definitely convert half of this to melons once we get there, because look at all these. Nice. So yeah, I know this was kind of like the same kind of theme, I guess, as last episode, but I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this one here, guys. It has been a lot of work. This enderman is not mad at me, is he? Got him. But yeah, we got all our villagers sorted here for our farmers. Anyways, we're definitely going to go ahead and get some librarians next, I think, so we can get some actual enchants. And then once we have that sorted, we can go ahead and fight the dragon. Feeling pretty confident once we have those enchants on everything that we need. And now we have like pretty much unlimited XP as well, so don't need to worry about that. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed yourselves and been pretty good in real life as well. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode, hopefully back to normal, back on the grind, videos every 2 to 3 days. So stick out for that. If you guys want to ring that notification bell, go ahead and do that and you'll be notified for all and future uploads. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Later.